Man from Harlem who embodied living large. He got that joint to jumping whenever he took charge. Name was Thomas Waller, known to all his fats. His presence was pure music, from his derby to his spats. He partied, played, sang, and wrote for 39 full years. His joie de vivre in every note brought smiles from ear to ear. His talent was tremendous, not petite his treasure. We need some fats to send us when playing for our pleasure. Are you fats enough? Your tickling can't be thin. Stride those tents to pay the rent. Let the job begin. Are you fats enough? As you got that touch of Waller. It's essential, your credential, to make them ivories holler. Ow! If you want to pull the freight, gotta have some weight, and all the rest is Lawrence Welk. Sweet essence of buttermilk. Now, are you fats enough? Shake that big old thing. It's on, latch on, I'm gone. Make that rhythm swing. If you want to pull the freight, gotta have some weight. All the rest is Lawrence Welk. Sweet essence of buttermilk. Now, are you fats enough? Shake that big old thing. It's on, latch on, I'm gone. Make that rhythm swing. It's on, latch on, I'm gone. Make that rhythm swing. All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Music du Jour, coming to you live from the fabled Ridgewood Room, high atop the hills of Tacoma, Washington. This is your host, Casey MacGill, and we're celebrating the music of Mr. Thomas Fats Waller, who we just immortalized in song. That's an original called Are You Fats Enough? And we're going to move on to a couple of Fats' compositions. This next one is not as well known, but I believe there's a good recording of Connie Boswell doing this back in the, I'm not sure if it was Connie or all the Boswell sisters in the early 30s. And it's a lovely tune. Here's a copy of the sheet music. It's called It Aint Love. And I first became aware of this tune from my friend Becky Kilgore, who is based out of Portland, Oregon, internationally known, wonderful singer. Has appeared on Fresh Air with Terry Gross a number of times. And I highly recommend you checking out her many wonderful recordings. You can purchase her CDs and you can listen to her on YouTube. She's very well represented. So she turned me on to this tune. It's a great tune. And I'm going to attempt to play it for you right now. You'll notice this is my standard beginning of the song vamp that I like to do. If it ain't love, why should I feel just like I do? If it ain't love, why am I here longing for you? What can it be that's making me dream of you night and day? Keeping me blue all the day through whenever you're away. If it ain't love, then it must be some magic art. If it ain't love, how did this song creep into my heart? Oh, why do I sigh to the moon high above? Please answer me, what can it be if it ain't love? If it ain't love, why should I feel just like I do? I don't know why. If it ain't love, why am I here longing for you? Oh, what can it be that's making me dream of you night and day? Oh, keeping me blue all the day through whenever you're away. If it ain't love, then it must be some magic art. If it ain't love, how did this song creep into my heart? Oh, why do I sigh to the moon high above? Please answer me, what can it be if it ain't love? Isn't that a nice tune? If It Ain't Love, Fats Waller. And we're celebrating Fats' music today, Black History Month, and it's a great excuse to go through all the wonderful music written by our nation's black composers, and also look at some of the wonderful recordings made by some of our fine vocalists and musicians. Anyway, that's If It Ain't Love, tuned by Fats from around 1932. And I'd like to move on to another composition of his. This is one he wrote a little bit later in his career. This is from 1941, I believe, or 42. And it's a very groovy tune called Up Jumped You with Love. Heavenly bliss, never wanted a goodnight kiss. Then all at once, up jumped you with love. Read when in school, bees and the flowers, also heard of the sun and showers. Then all at once, up jumped you with love, with love, with love. Something happened to me quickly. Something made my heart act sickly. Then and there I knew that strictly love had priority. I needed no stars, noticed no moon. Always thought it too dumb to spoon. Then all at once, up jumped you with love, with love, with love. Something happened to me quickly. Something made my heart act sickly. Then and there I knew that strictly love had priority. Needed no stars, noticed no moon. Always thought it too dumb to spoon. Then all at once, up jumped you with love, with love, with love, with love, with love, with love, with love. All right. Up Jumped You with Love. Isn't that a groovy tune? I want to stay on the piano and do another great Fats song for you. That last one, I don't have a piece of sheet music for. It's pretty rare. In fact, I don't really know if it was actually published. But this next one, I can't remember who some of the people are who have recorded, but it's a lovely tune. It's called Keeping Out of Mischief Now, and from 1932. There was a great musical that, hang on, I'm looking at the comments here. I had Ryan Francois of our Zoom room sessions. Bring him out. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. Oh, Joel. All right. Hi, Joel. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a long time. Last time I saw Joel was in Italy for a Balboa dance festival. That must have been about 6 years ago, actually. So I'm glad to see you're with us today and that you're doing well. And I'm going to play this song for you right now, Keeping Out of Mischief Now. I just was going to mention the musical Ain't Misbehavin'. It was a big hit, and it's been rerun a number of times. And I've had the privilege of playing the piano part on that, although I must say it's quite a huge score. And not being a great sight reader, I had to really woodshed to get through all that great music of Fats's. But this song is in that show. And keeping out of mischief now. Really, I'm in love, and how I'm through playing with fire. It's you whom I desire. All the world can plainly see. You're the only one for me. I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance, living up to every vow, keeping out of mischief now. Keeping out of mischief now. Really, I'm in love, and how I'm through playing with fire. It's you whom I desire. All the world can plainly see. Jessica, you're the only one for me. I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance, living up to every vow, keeping out of mischief now. I said, keeping out of mischief now, keeping out of mischief now. All right, isn't that that a great tune? Keeping Out A Mischief Now. Fats Waller, and his lyricist on that is Andy Razaf. Andy also wrote lyrics to some other very famous songs, Stompin' at the Savoy and In the Mood. He wrote the lyrics to that as well. And unfortunately, true to sheet music business traditions, he was paid a flat fee on that. He didn't make any royalties. He got like a couple $100, which was a substantial sum back in 1939. But give me a break, you know. I'm sure that song bought Glenn Miller a number of houses. So anyhow, blah blah blah. I want to do. Let's see. A couple more. Oh, I want to do one more song. And this one is the song I'm going to play you out with today on the Music du Jour. And this one is a blues tune from a wonderful guitar player and singer named Blind Willie McTell. And Willie McTell was based out of Georgia. He traveled around the South. He liked to refer to it as traveling around South America. And he wrote a number of great songs, and he was also a fantastic guitarist, a 12-string guitar. I've swung this up a little bit from his version. We're going to hit you with it right now. Take a little trip on a mountaintop, show them people how to eagle rock. You gotta warm it up to me, warm it up to me. Papa run out, Mama gotta get them cold, light it down. Well, strutting, Cadillac strutting, Ford Dooley strutting on a running board. Warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me. Papa run out, Mama gotta get them cold, light it down. La-di-do, la-di-do, la-di-do-day. La-di-do, la-di-do, la-di-do-day. La-di-do, la-di-do, la-di-do-day. La-di-do, la-di-do, la-di-do-day. La-dum-di-di-dum-di-da-di-do-day. Oh, if you don't believe I can love you right, take me to the house, let me spend the weekend. Warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me. Papa running out, Mama gotta get them cold. La-di-do, da. Come on, warm it up to me, 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 warm it up to me. Papa running out, Mama gotta get 'em cold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode in rhythm with the Music du Jour. I'm Casey MacGill. Thank you for tuning in, and I just want to remind you that if you are feeling generous, would like to help support live music here online. I know that sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? Anyway, we've got a link for Venmo and also PayPal, and we really appreciate all of the generous gifts that we've received, thus far, and we also really appreciate you tuning in and listening. It's great to see Joel's name pop up today on the comments. And of course, my sister Amy, and one of the unexpected great pleasures of marrying my lovely wife Jessica is the great family that I've joined, and I've got lots of sisters and brothers now after having spent my life as an only child. So it's kind of fun, especially when I'm doing a show like this, and either Amy or Sarah will pop up on the comments and say hi. Anyhow, So if you're feeling like it, drop something by, and also just know that we really appreciate you being with us today. And also, if you can't afford to leave anything and you would like to nevertheless support our musical cause, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And that would be great. And ring the little bell, and it'll notify you when we have any special performances, like our cocktail hour, which is once a month. So
Sarah just showed up too.
who did?
Sarah.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Another sister of mine, Sarah, is checking in from Oakland, California. And Amy is in New York on Long Island at Huntington Station. So we're well positioned on both coasts here, and we have a number of family in the middle as well in Wisconsin. So anyhow, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'll play you out with a little bit more of Warm It Up To Me. And it goes like this. Warm it up to me, 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 warm it up to me. Papa running out, mama gotta get up cold, light it down. Don't believe I can love you right, take me to the house, let me spend the weekend. Warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me, warm it up to me. Papa running out, mama gotta get up cold. Ba-dum diddy doo da dum day, la-dum 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 diddy doo da dum day. Oh, woman, 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 woman. Papa running out, mama gotta get him. Cold, whoa, whoa, whoa. Tune in tomorrow. I'm here Monday through Friday. Thanks a lot. See you next time.